Welcome to horror heaven. Horror heaven!
Hey guys, Horror Heaven Jeff channel back with another review. We are going to hop right into the 2026 basically Grindhouse movie. They Will Kill You.
The Virgil was built in 1923. Today, it's one of the most exclusive buildings in Manhattan.
Hi, I'm the new maid.
With such wealth comes the expectation of the highest quality of service.
It's a lot of lux.
This building is a temple to Satan. Each month we must pay with a human sacrifice. Tonight, you are the offering. Gotcha.
There has to be a way out of here.
The building was designed to be a death trap.
Our offering is on the loose. Be on the lookout. I just dropped her picture in the group chat.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, bitch. Fuck you.
Fuck you!
I don't know what is going on in here. But pray, I am in a forgiving mood. Who the fuck are you?
Where did you learn how to fight like that?
Prison.
All right, guys, there you see the trailer. And just speaking on the trailer for a second, I think it's one of the better trailers that I've seen in a while. It really made me want to see this movie without giving everything away. That's the one thing I hate about most modern trailers is they give way too much. I understand what they're doing. They're trying to get you to come see the movie. They want to whet your appetite in that. But in my opinion, TV trailers, all that stuff, all give away way too much. I literally always skip the beginning of TV shows whenever they always say, you know, what's coming up, coming on this episode. I don't want to see what's about to happen on this episode. I'm here to watch the goddamn thing. So anyway, I think it was a really cool trailer. I was so excited for this movie when I saw it. And it delivered exactly what I was thinking it was going to be. If I had to kind of give this, God, what's the easiest way to say it? If I had to give this, you know, a genre to somebody, it's definitely got the horror element in it, which is why we're talking about it. But I also, my second love is grindhouse films. I love exploitation movies. I love stuff that's done way over the top. And this movie hit all of that. It was very much, you know what it felt like? It really felt like either Quentin Tarantino or Robert Rodriguez directed it. They didn't. It was directed by Kirill Sokolov, and I hope I got that right, who also directed the more recent It with Bill Skarsgård in it. But this movie definitely had that Rodriguez feel, that Tarantino feel. The violence was just off the chains, insane. All the scenes of everyone talking felt very real. It didn't feel forced. There was good acting throughout from everybody. We're going to get to the cast coming up, of course. But, I mean, they even break the movie down into, little parts. You know, you're watching the movie, and then they talk about this character, and she's her own little part. this character, and she's her own little part, kind of similar to like Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs and stuff like that, where they do that. And even the score throughout the movie just feels like songs Tarantino or Rodriguez would pick, especially the one at the end. I mean, I'm literally going to play a second of it right now, and tell me this does not sound like something that would have been at the end of one of the Dusk Till Dawn movies. I'm saying? It's exactly like something they would have picked. So that's the general feel that this movie has. It feels like those two, if they got together and tried to throw together a horror movie, this is kind of what it would come out to be like. Very much would fit in, you know, the grindhouse mold of the movies that came out in the 70s that were real grindhouse movies, and even up to the, you know, newer ones that they tried to make look like grindhouse films. So let's get into that cast for this movie. There's a lot of good people in here. I'm just going to throw them all up here kind of in the corner. That's the general cast for the movie. Let me slide over a little bit. There we go. All right, so our leading lady is Zazie Beetz. She plays Asia, who's the main girl that you saw in the trailer, kicking everybody's ass. She's in there. We have Patricia Arquette in there doing a terrible Irish accent, but kind of cool to see her back in there. And then we have Heather Graham popping back into the fold. Still looks beautiful. She's, you know, in the movie, she's great. There's nothing else to really say about her. And then we had Tom Felton in there, who a lot of people know from the Harry Potter movies, but this is, you know, him just doing something different. And then there's a bunch of other people. I don't have time to get into everybody. But in general, I thought all of the acting was pretty good. Everybody was believable. Everybody sold what they were doing really well. And it was just generally good casting. I was very happy with everything. All right, let's hop right into our best ofs. What do we have? The best acting in the movie is Zazie Beetz. She's our leading lady. You see her throughout the entire movie. She does everything in there. She's a badass. She's vulnerable. She cries. The story at the beginning with what's going on with the abusive family is a lot, and then it just she's great all the way through. I really liked everything that she did. I hope to see her do some more stuff in the future, but she was definitely the brightest star in this entire movie. What is our best kill? Without giving too much away, the movie has a lot of kills in it. Let's actually take a second before we even get into the best kill and just kind of run down a little bit about the movie. So, our main character comes to work as a maid in this just gigantic, beautiful old high-rise that's supposedly, you know, one of the most exclusive ones in the city. Everyone that lives there is very well off financially and all that. And, you know, she gets in there, and slowly but surely she starts to realize something is afoot. And they are basically trying to kill her to offer her up for some kind of sacrifice. We start realizing that they're Satanists, and they reveal a little bit more as we're going. But what they're not counting on is our leading lady basically being one of the most badass women in cinema history. And when she realizes what's going on, she doesn't fret, she doesn't panic. She goes to the closet, boom, grabs out all of her weaponry, and just starts kicking everybody's ass. She kicks their ass with bare hands. She kicks their ass with stuff she finds on the ground. She shoots everybody with everything she can get her hands on. She's just tough from top to bottom. Very, very much like the bride in Kill Bill. If you see her standing at the end of a hall with 600 people looking at her, you're still pretty sure she's going to win that fight because she just comes off as that badass. And then as we get to know a little bit more about her, we start learning that basically the entire time she was in prison from the beginning of the movie, she was fighting day in and day out. So it made her able to withstand a ton of punishment. There's one point, I'm going to try to put it up here, but I don't know if it'll let me. There's one point where she gets stabbed through the hand. She's pinned to the wall and she's in all this pain, and she just, boom, pulls her hand down to get free and splits her hand right up between her ring finger and her middle finger, and it's completely gross, but doesn't even faze her. She did what she had to do to get away, so she can absorb an insane amount of punishment and give an insane amount of punishment on top of that. Story gets revealed more and more. We start seeing what's going on, and then at the end, she has to make a decision about, you know, who she's going to save, who she's going to sacrifice. She's there to try to save her sister. We're not sure if the sister wants to be saved or what her entire story is. So like, we're not going to give away everything under the sun here, but it's a pretty cool story. It's kind of similar to Ready or Not a little bit, but it's definitely different enough that even though they came out very close to each other, I mean, this and Ready or Not 2, I believe, were released the exact same month, which is insane. I don't know who the hell thought that was a good idea, because they are similar enough that they should not have been released that close. But they're different enough where you can enjoy both of them. But I definitely would have done anything possible to move one of those movies a couple months away from each other. Two movies this similar, that close, not always a good idea. So anyway, getting right back into it. So our best kill is going to be her killing Heather Graham. They're in this like crawl space, ductwork type combo thing. Heather Graham's chasing after her. She's running. She finally kind of stops, turns around, boom, stabs Heather Graham through the hand, then stabs her with, I think it's an ice pick, like 35 times in the chest. She just goes completely balls crazy on her. Boom, 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 stuff flying everywhere. Then she loads up her double barrel, and Heather Graham doesn't die from all of that. She attacks her, and then she just reaches up behind Heather Graham and boom, blows her head off from like this odd angle on the side, and Heather Graham's brains go all over the main character, and just it's messy as hell. Let's check it out though. It's a really good kill. Oh, you gotta love that. I mean, we've seen 100 people get shot at point blank range, but throwing that weird, little angle on it and using such a big gun just made it really cool. It was awesome. In a movie full of a million neat kills, that's definitely the best one in my opinion. But the best overall scene is not that chase scene. It's not the ending. There is a part in the movie where all these bad guys are inside like a big ballroom, and the main character goes into said ballroom and she sees the lights are completely off in there. I just like doing that whenever I can. So she goes into this room that's completely dark, and she has this big fireman's axe, and she wraps it around with a towel, and I think she put some turpentine on it or something, like just something flammable, and she lights the axe up on fire. So the only light that you're really seeing is the light coming off of her axe, glowing on her and glowing on the people as they're trying to attack her. And she's burying the axe in their stomachs and lighting everybody up. Some people are getting lit on fire, so the room starts slowly lighting up more and more. But she's just going to town with this axe. It's a really, really, really cool scene. And the other thing you have to give a lot of credit to in that scene, it won't be in the part, I'm mostly going to show you just the action-filled parts of that scene. But when she first walks in, they do a really good job. Walks in. Good God, I need to really slow down and try to talk. When she first walks into the... There it goes again. She first walks into the room and you can't see anybody, they do a good job with all the sound. You can hear people kind of moving, she looks. You can hear people kind of scratching along, she looks. So there's a bunch of people around her. And then when she lights the thing up, you can kind of see what's going on. And it leads to one of the most action-filled scenes in the entire movie. Everything about it's really cool. Let's check out as much of it as we can right now. Here we go. super, super, super cool scene. Absolutely love that. It's the part you see in the trailer. It's the part I added in my thumbnail, her with the flaming axe. But I just thought it was so cool. It might have been done in a movie before, but I haven't seen it done in a movie before. And granted, she was kind of slightly bumping the guys with the flaming axe, and they were totally engulfed in flames. But it doesn't matter. We're talking about exploitation. We're talking about grindhouse style stuff. It doesn't have to fit. This is not based in reality. Pretty much nothing in this movie is based in reality. So her, lighting these people on fire with that, who cares? It's over the top. I love it. It doesn't have to make sense. In fact, I like it better when it doesn't make sense. Love it. So, what are we going to give it as far as skulls in our rankings? We are going to give it nothing because first I'm going to tell you to like and subscribe to our channel. Guys, I say it every video because every time I mean it. Please get on there. I love it. Love what I'm hearing from everybody. Our numbers are growing. We really got to keep going, though. We got to keep pushing. More subscribers, more people watching so we can make this channel bigger and better. I'd also like to let everybody know I got a couple messages from people talking about all the DVDs and physical media that's behind me. And we're going to do a couple videos about that coming up. We're going to take a break from doing the reviews, and I'm going to go through and kind of just show that I have a lot. What you see here is not even 1/8 of what I have along this wall, along that wall, and under the TV. There's so much stuff, but I'm thinking maybe I'll break it down and do like 4 letters at a time or something, so we'll have a couple little parts showing that. And then I'll do a couple quickie videos, we haven't done those for a while, where I'll really feature some of the rare sets I have that are, imports and ones they made very scarce numbers of, and ones that I just don't think anyone's really seen. I haven't seen anybody talk. I have stuff over here that I've seen nobody show on YouTube yet. Nobody. So we're going to kind of dedicate, little 4 or 5 minute videos to those things. That is coming up in the future. So just stay tuned if that's something that you're interested in. If not, skip it. Eventually we'll get back to some more reviews. So what are we going to give this movie on a 1 to 5 scale? We are going to give it 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was very well done. Very much in that Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino vein. It's, if you like their stuff, you will like this. It is very similar to Kill Bill, very similar to From Dusk Till Dawn. That's the two that really it really screams to those two more than anything. If you kind of threw them together, mashed them up, you'd kind of get a movie similar to this. I love everything that was done about it. Like I say, with some stuff, they left an opening where you could make another one of these. This movie's very much a new one, so as of right now, they have not announced anything about a sequel. Like I say, I don't want to always sound like a wet blanket, but this should probably be it. Let this go. There was enough. They left it open, but there was enough that you could just have full closure on this. Let's close it out. Get this team together. Get that director onto something new. I like what I saw from this. I like what I saw from that director in the newer version of It. That's one of my little hot takes I'll throw out there in one of these videos coming up. I think the Bill Skarsgård version of Pennywise and It is so much better than the old one. It's not even remotely close in my opinion. No, people love Tim Curry. Everyone loves Tim Curry. I love Tim Curry. His Pennywise was not scary to me. The newer one was. I want a horror movie. That's what I wanted. So I would like to see what this person can do. Moving on. Again, what do we have? Kirill Sokurov is the name. I really hope I'm not butchering that. All I can do is read how it's written. But so far I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. So we got 3.5 out of 5 skulls for They Will Kill You from 2026. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out the rest of my videos. Please throw something down in the comments if there's something you want to see, something you want us to review. If you just want to argue with me, tell me how ugly I am. It's cool. Let's argue a little bit. It'll be fun. I just want to get as much out of you guys as I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
Welcome to horror heaven. Heaven, beautiful pain. Welcome to horror heaven.